Hello, YouTubers. This is Anthony Mambazi from Antec Technical Services, coming back to you with short series videos of installations. I would like to excite you with some information. I've just been experimenting, working through systems, processes, and things that would be a blessing to someone out there. So I've got a Lux Power 5000 SNA. I've had a couple of them in stock. Unfortunately, I think the warranty is overdue now. But I had this interesting story of my Dyness BX51100 now discontinued. We now have the DL 5.0 going upwards version that's newer. So I've had these batteries for almost 2-3 years sitting in my storage, and the time we bought these batteries, they were quite expensive. So I couldn't sell these batteries because the prices dropped because due to market competition. These batteries were, if I remember quite correctly, about 2-3 years ago, these batteries were going for 28,000 rands on the market to 32,000 rands. We got them for like 24K, and then the batteries dropped. You can now get these batteries on the market for like 15, 16, 17, maybe 14, who knows. So I've had these batteries sitting in the storage now for over almost 2 years. What's very interesting about these batteries is that the past 2-3 years they've been seated in the box since we bought them from the wholesalers. I was getting a bit worried. Today is the 24th, 25th. I was getting a bit worried that I would destroy the cells for sitting batteries storage for a while. So I took them on over the weekend, which was now I think 2 days ago. Today should be the 24th, if I'm yet to be corrected, the 25th of November, and I was a bit worried I would damage these batteries for sitting in their boxes. So I took them out on Saturday with my wife. We helped each other bring them up in the workshop just to come charge them up. And as you could see, they're all sitting at 100%. So when I switched both batteries, having sat in storage for 2 solid years, BX5100, now discontinued, they were sitting at 50%, nothing less. So then I opened one of my SNA 5000 inverters that's also been sitting about the same 2 years. I bet you probably the warranty is gone now. I decided to use this inverter to charge the BX5100 to 100%. Now they're sitting at 100%. So, well, in theory and in explanation, they talk about that your lithium batteries, 1 year or more. Literally, this battery did not lose a milliamp whatsoever. When I switched both these BX5100s, they woke up at 3 bars, both of them. When I started topping up the battery charge, they charged up to 100%, both of them, no issues. BX5100, rest in peace, was my favorite battery. So, well, I still went ahead, I still put in a fuse disconnector, and I combined, as you could see there, I combined both batteries to one fuse disconnector, looking up to the inverter. And to me, Dyness has stood out to be one of the batteries I have no arguments about it. One exciting thing about the Dyness is that these guys have maintained the standard. You open the box. Let me just show you now. I'm just going to put my laptop there. So you open the box of a Dyness battery. It's got about a variant of 3, 4, 5, 6 inverters, including the Victron. So the Dyness comes in with a specific cable that says inverter, and if you flip it on the other side, it tells you Victron to the battery. If you pull out another cable, Expert King, I'm yet to see a supplier that will give us this kind of service. I mean, this is a Lux Power. Of course, now that the Lux Power has moved from the 3-4 to the normal straight battery, so that cable becomes useless, of course, because you won't use it anyway, because they've upgraded the Lux Power inverters as well. So the Dyness comes also with look, if you're gonna short 2 batteries, they even give you a short lead of cable. That's what's on the inverter. And then I've got, each battery comes with a full 2 point something meter cable of a Dyness. And I'm just confounded, sorry guys. So Dyness also has earthing. They insist on you having to earth your, and on their batteries they literally show you the earth point. Not only that, do they also give you a link if you're gonna link the batteries in a rack mount setup. They give you a small link, straight cable. And what's interesting about this battery, the Dyness, is that all you need to do on the master battery is to make sure DIP 3 is up, and all the slaves need to be brought to off. You don't need to lift any of the dip switches. It's a smart BMS that's in there that will then address the whole system to itself throughout. And I have no words for Dyness. I mean, it's a battery of my choice, unfortunately. If somebody could challenge me and tell me that there is a battery that can do what Dyness does, I would be willing to look at it. And then coming to Lux Power, since 2003, I've been installing these inverters. They've now moved from your SNA 5000, and this was the entry level. They've introduced another brand that's now the entry level. So this comes after the LXP. The LXP is a Rolls Royce, and then this was their entry level. They've now introduced another one. I've just forgotten what the name is, but I've installed these inverters since 2003, 2002, somewhere there. They now have an SNA 12, an SNA 14,000. We don't even rewire the DB anymore. We just plug in, plug out, installation quick, we move forward. YouTubers, I just wanted to share some information with you concerning the Lux Power SNA and the Dyness. Great cousins, I should say. The Lux Power now has the Heiner ESS that also guarantees you a higher warranty and guarantee. But Dyness, proprietary software, no need for upgrades, no software issues. For the past 3-4 years now, I've installed these systems. I've never had to call, ask for help or support. The thing I like about the the Lux Power is we do everything on site. We do not wait for Monday when Friday hits to update firmware. We do everything on ourselves. We have a great WhatsApp group that helps us in terms of needs and all of that. But I am just combobulated. I am just excited about these two systems. I have about over 150 to 200 plants that I've installed that I keep once in a while monitoring, and I've not had any issues of clients calling that there was a problem. The system just works. Well, look at the SNA entry level. It's about a 2-year warranty. Your Dyness has about 6,000 cycles of worth of warranty. But in the past 2 to 3 years, I've never had any calls or comebacks to say there's a problem. Unless a client decided to pull in a generic battery that's like doesn't communicate, and we had to manually set the batteries, and the battery had 4,000 cycles and it's done its cycles. That's the only issue I have. But the Dyness, I mean, just look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that 6 mil thing that has to link between the batteries. They have manuals on the BX5100. They not only just have manuals, they just also have mounting bolts. How great is that? YouTubers, if really you have to make a choice on your installations, you really have to think twice. This was just me fooling around, testing these batteries, quite shocked that, you know, the Dyness lives. Well, YouTubers, this is Anthony Mombazi from Antec Technical Services, coming out to you with my live series videos. Just wanting to reach out to installers, customers, and clients. If you were ever to make a choice, I'm not even being paid for this, but think twice. Well, you can catch me on 082 34 27946, 082 34 27946. Anthony Mombazi signing out. Well, YouTubers, enjoy.